The WNBA is on Prime, the players you can't stop watching and the plays you can't stop talking about. Don't miss the WNBA all season long. It's on Prime. Practice 2 underway here in Mexico City for the NASCAR Cup Series. Final tune-up for the weekend. Ross Chastain was P1, now second on the board to Todd Gilliland.
So one thing I'm slowly falling in love with this racetrack is I feel like you can watch the drivers hustle the car. Like it doesn't look smooth and easy. You know, they come through the S's or under the braking, the car's dancing around. Even these slow corners right here, you see the patience of this left-hander. And Ross, I mean, it looks like he's hustling this one car.
Well, he's going to hustle it. You know he is. First career win for him came on a road course circuit of the Americas, 2022. When he really hustled it, including hustled a couple of competitors in the closing laps.
I think, you know, as we get into this practice, we're seeing way less mistakes, way less smoke, tire smoke lockups, way less, you know, cars missing corners on corners. I say that. We have a little bit of a lockup there.
Right on cue.
Yeah. I mean, the drivers are starting to understand where those limits are. And, you know, they're starting to put together good laps. And this, you know, the rundown in the fastest lap and the fastest 5, 10, and 15 lap average, you probably won't get a 15 lap average, but those will look more realistic to what we'll see on Sunday. That first practice was just kind of a patchwork thrown together. Everybody out there making tons of mistakes. This looks like a lot more of a smoother practice, more uniform.
I also think the surface perhaps is coming to them as well, right? Like we're starting to see some rubber. You know, while this is a majority of this is a permanent race track, not a lot of racing happens here consistently. We did have the NASCAR Mexico Series earlier today, but they're on a different style tire than these cars are on. We had rain yesterday. It just, like, looking at it, it just looks, the line looks more defined to me.
Tyler Reddick out of the stadium, 14, 15, and back to the front straightaway.
Need less initial stab of the brake, lighter initial stab. You can start braking earlier and ease into it.
Good information, yeah. So we're coaching about his braking as we're riding on board down into turn 1. Using a little bit of these curves through turns 1, 2, and 3, and then we're going to run pretty wide right here out of turn 3, heading off toward turn 4. This has been a tough braking zone for the cars and teams in the first practice. So they're starting to respect that now, braking a lot earlier.
And as we exit 4, we're going to see that 5, 6, 7 combination. You're going to see that new set of barrel tires. This was the normal one. This is the new one right here, driver right. Back to driver's left, and now he's going to be heading down into 11, the right-hander. Or first 8, excuse me. I'm getting ahead of myself. 8, 9.
You're as aggressive as the driver, Steve.
Well, yeah. The S is over yet? Nope, there's 3 more corners.
Here he is to 11.
This is driver headed into turn 12, and then 13's this little kink right here. Back to the right, out of the stadium into 14. Pit entry is right here on your right-hand side. Little box you'll need to be below. This is turn 15 out onto the straightaway.
You know, as you come out of turn 15, you referenced where pit road entrance is. And we were talking prior to practice today. The pit road entry light is to the outside there as you come out of 15. It needs to be there because you're kind of blind, but that can play such a big role road course racing because if the caution, or you think the caution might come out, you want to jump onto pit road, you got to manage a lot there if you're a driver coming out of 15.
What Dale really pointed out too, you got to understand what the orange box is, you have to be below, but then where the yellow line is. Okay, so you're entering pit road right here. You're going to see, so right here, couple things. Right there's the orange box. So to pit, you have to stay here, driver's right of that orange box. But if we shoot further around the corner, what you're going to see is the yellow line. Okay, that white line is not the speed line. So now watch this car right here. Comes in, Hocevar, good. You still need to be at speed, all the way until that yellow line. You saw him just do it, get on the brakes. So under green, you know, you got to know what you're doing. You got to be under the orange box and then go hard all the way to that yellow line. That's where pit road speed will begin. There's going to be tenths of a second, if not a full second, that you could gain there.
And green flag pit stops always a part of the equation when you go racing on the road. Inside of 10 minutes to go, final practice.